Hi fellow traders, welcome to another edition of Rollin with Ed. I hope you guys are enjoying the weekend, rejuvenating your mind, because if you watch this market this week, man, it was crazy. A crazy market, very volatile, and very difficult to trade. But a lot of guys have said, man, I'm gonna wait. I wanna learn, I wanna get in the market, I'm gonna wait until all of this is over. Don't do that. This is the time to learn. You don't have to have money in the market to learn. This is the time to learn, to get with somebody that can teach you some structure, help you understand how the market works, how it moves, some strategies you can look at, just so you can learn it in this type of market, in this market environment, is going to prepare you for anything to come your way. Anything. And that's what we need to do. We need to be prepared for when situations come like this. And then situations like now, there's never been a market react the way this market has. Okay, the last time I traded through a big sell-off was in 2018. This is nothing like 2018. I made a ton of money on that. I'm not really making a whole lot in this time because the market is so freaking volatile. It's bouncing around from day to day. You don't know what it's going to do. If you try to predict this market, you're done. You know, you could lose everything. There's a lot of traders that lost a ton of money last week trying to predict the market, trying to predict what the market's going to do. And you can't. You just have to trade what it gives you. And that's all it is to it. Trade what the market gives you. It doesn't matter whether it's a bull market, bear market, who cares? You're trading the market sentiment. You're trading the chart. And when you try to guess and trade ahead of the market, that's when you start losing. So my answer to the question as to is this the bottom, in my humble opinion, is no. It's not the bottom, because you know, let's kind of look at the events and how they unfolded. You know, 11 years ago we started a bull run, and we celebrated the anniversary of that bull run on when was that? I can't remember exact date, but we celebrated the halt Monday. We celebrated the 11th anniversary, and we quickly sold off into a bear market. Only took 21 days to get from the all-time high to where we lost 20% to trigger a bear market. And you know, that's unprecedented. The last time this happened, it took 42 days back in 1929. So for us to get there that quick, you know, I think there's still some more left in this thing. You know, we had the market halted for the first time since 97. And then we halted twice this week. So we had a lot of historical things happen this past week. And if you look at the daily chart on the SPY that we track, it's fractured. I mean, you just can't make any sense out of it. And just because these guys on CNBC, MSNBC, and all of this, just because they're buying stocks at this level, and they're saying that this is a good value and all of this, doesn't mean that this is the bottom, that they're predicting the bottom. These guys will start buying on the way down. And so, you know, don't read into that the wrong way. We saw also this week, we saw the central banks across the globe and the Fed for us kind of step in and try to, you know, calm the economy, try to help keep it up, keep it from falling into that recession. Because what typically starts a bear market is a recession. And that's not what's starting this. What's starting this is the pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic. That's what's starting this. Now, this can lead to a recession. And that's what people are predicting, that this will lead to a recession. You have a lot of businesses that are losing. And not just the airlines, the cruise. Now we're looking at the entertainment industry. We're looking at concerts being canceled. We're looking at all of the sporting events being canceled. You know, all of these things are going to create a strain on our economy. So people are predicting that this will send us into a recession. And the other thing, these companies are heavily in debt. They're carrying a lot of corporate debt. And when that debt can't be repaid, and then the government's still trying to bail them out, it might create the perfect storm. You know, that remains to be seen. But you know, these are things that I'm thinking about. Now, Wednesday, the Fed is going to announce or make another announcement on the rate. Everybody thinks they may cut it to 0. So that's something else interesting that's going to come up this week. The other thing that we're dealing with is here in the United States is a lifestyle change, an overall lifestyle change. Just the term, what's the social distancing? Unless you went to a really conservative Christian school, you might have never heard of social distancing. You know, that's something new for us, a new concept for a lot of Americans. The fact that all of these sporting events that we like to go to, that we look forward to this time of year, NASCAR, March Madness, the concerts. You know, I had a list of concerts that we were going to go to and everything. We were going to the NCAA tournament. All of these things are canceled now. You know, thankfully I bought insurance when I bought the tickets, so I don't have to worry about getting my money back. But you know, this is a big change, and it's creating one thing. I can sum up everything that's happening right now with one word, and that's uncertainty. All right, every time we've had a big sell-off and we've gone into a bear market, there's been uncertainty in the economy. This time, it's a little bit different. And I think this is why the markets are reacting differently than they have ever done in the past. It's the pandemic. It's the uncertainty on how far and how long is this thing going to go before it starts to get better. You know, we don't have any idea on how we're going to, if this is going to stop. All we can do is go by what other nations that have started this before us. You know, how did they do it? How long did it take for it to max and then start to show some improvement? You know, all of these things has to be addressed, and it causes all of this uncertainty. But it's the biological aspect of this that's causing all the issues. We just don't know. And that uncertainty is bleeding into the market. Now, I know we trade on uncertainty every day. That's just a product of being in the market. But this is a little bit different. This type of uncertainty is different and not what we experience. And, you know, we've gone through the SARS, H1N1, bird flu. We've been through all of this stuff. Nothing has affected the market the way this has. I think we had some type of clue or some way of preparing for these other ones. You know, so whether we waited too late to act or whatever, it's not the point anymore. The point is we have got to get a handle on this, and we've got to make sure that we're taking care and doing the things that we need to do as citizens. We got to make sure we're doing our part and not adding to all of this uncertainty. And also, I think social media is another medium that kind of is causing a lot of panic. I mean, why would everybody go out in a mad rush to buy toilet paper? Like, that's the miracle cure for the virus. And we all know it's not. But social media is a beast. And so, you know, I think that's going to continue to play a part in this and make this so volatile. So yeah, if you're uncomfortable, just sit out, learn, take notes on paper trade if you want to. But don't think that this isn't the best time to learn. This is the best time to learn, you know, hands down. In situations like this is when you learn and you get most of the education that's going to help you through the rest of your trading career. All right, so that's my 2 cents on it. You know, I think it's going to get a little worse before it gets better. I think we're going to continue to see a lot of market bouncing and around and everything. And I think we're going to have to be patient and allow this thing to play out. You know, don't force it. Don't push it just because the market's volatile. You know, in 2018, when I traded through a market sell-off, I made a ton of money. I made a ton of money trading one thing, TVIX. You guys that were with me back then, you remember that. There's no way in hell I can trade TVIX right now. I will lose my shirt if I try to trade it. So SQQQ is what I've traded this week. And it's proven to be a little bit more manageable. But it's still, with the market moving the way it's moving, it makes it really tough to trade. So it really makes it a tough trade. But no way I'm trading TVIX. Absolutely not. Just, so this is, I don't think anybody that's been trading, even been trading 30 years, has been through a market like this. I got on the phone yesterday with my mentor and asked him, you know, he was in the market for maybe 45 years total. And he's like, he's never seen a market like this. You know, through everything that they've been through, he's never seen it. We talked a little bit about this. So, but this is the best time to learn. You take notes, you file this stuff away. So, you know, the next time things come around or something comes around close to this, you're ready for it. All right, so that's going to do it for me. Wanted to throw that answer out there. We're going to keep being consistent. We're going to keep doing the same things. We're not going to change anything up, because I feel that's why I was able to make money last week. I made more money last week than I did the week before. I will put out that recap here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. So you guys have a great weekend, rest of the weekend, and I will see you in the morning.